Parts of Eastern Europe are seeing a rise in attacks on ethnic minorities fueled by rocketing unemployment. In Hungary, fascist groups are targeting Roma gypsies, and as Anissa Nawe reports, government indifference could be making things worse.
A cold and brutal crime, a young family torn apart by hate. Robert and his son are dead, and his two other children seriously injured after their home was attacked. Their only crime was being Roma gypsies. Violence against the ethnic minority is becoming more common in Eastern European countries like Hungary, and they are not protected by the authorities.
A homemade bomb was thrown through the front door and immediately set the entire house up in flames, as you can see. Now, as the family tried to run to safety, Robert and his 5-year-old son were shot dead. The young family had just finished building this small but modern house. Perhaps that's what made it a target. Just the fact that I'm standing here and all this evidence during an open investigation is clear proof that crimes against Roma are not taken seriously.
Robert's family lives next door, reminded daily of the terror of the tragedy. But what haunts them more is the way the criminal investigation is being carried out.
They pretended not to see 18 bullet holes in the small boy's body. How is it possible that an experienced police official could not see this? Then it was reported that the fire was electrical, but there are remnants of a bomb everywhere.
The European Roma Rights Center strongly supports the family's claims.
The police were not acknowledging that a murder had taken place. Now that quickly changed. I mean, the evidence was fairly overwhelming. There were witnesses who heard shots, and there were shell casings found. And so the official line quickly changed, but it was not an auspicious beginning to an investigation of a murder. I'm not aware that there's been any progress.
Fighting for their rights, activists also fear that the economic crisis will lead to an increase in hate crimes against Roma in poorer EU countries.
They've done an okay job in keeping the peace, but they haven't done an okay job in investigating these crimes against Roma. And unfortunately, if you don't investigate and prosecute offenders, you create the impression that it's okay to kill Roma, which is a recipe for disaster.
Attacks on Roma haven't only increased since the crisis, but a neo-Nazi trend is also growing in Hungary. The far-right Jobbik party, said to be affiliated with a banned fascist group called the Magyar Garda, is growing in popularity. They often hold protests against Roma, insisting they are criminals.
Gypsy crimes are growing every day, and it's getting so bad that people are afraid to go out at night.
But the party refused to comment on its connection with the extremist group, which often attends their protest. Robert's family believes the Magyar Garda brutally attacked their loved ones and will never be punished, especially under the wing of a growing political party. In the past year alone in Hungary, there have been 18 attacks on Roma homes, and 6 people have been killed. No one has been caught. And Robert's mother fears the cold-blooded murders of her son and grandson will remain unsolved and in vain. Anissa Nawe, RT.